Hello and welcome. These visuals that you're seeing on my screen right now are of a 10-day-old newborn baby who has been infected by the coronavirus. Right now, she's battling for her life in an ICU at the SRCC Hospital for Children in Mumbai. Like her, there are 12 other pediatric cases who've been infected by the virus and have been admitted to the same ICU with severe COVID symptoms such as breathlessness, high fever, and diarrhea. Doctors are expressing deep concern over the rising number of COVID cases among children.
Here we are seeing more and more children with COVID-19 infection. Compared to last year, number is increased, plus many of them are sick and requiring hospital admission. This is definitely alarming.
This is a surge, definitely a surge. We are seeing more children, and it's not just us. Even in the UK and the US, in the second wave, they did see more children.
In Maharashtra alone, 60,000 children are reported to be COVID positive. In a travel school in Vashim, 225 students tested positive, and the entire school had to be converted into containment zone. Now, data released by the Health Ministry says that around 80,000 children across India could be down with corona. Of these, 7,300 in Karnataka, 5,900 in Chhattisgarh, 3,000 in UP, and another 2,700 in Delhi. Doctors say that this figure could be much higher given the fact that many children tend to be asymptomatic and also because of undertesting.
60,000 children from Maharashtra are being infected by the COVID-19 infection. We know that everybody doesn't go and test themselves. So I'm quite sure actual number may be much higher than this reported number.
Joining me now are Dr. Sunu Udani, Medical Director, SRCC Hospital for Children in Mumbai, and also intensivist Dr. Nakul Kothari. Welcome to the show. Let me begin with you, Dr. Kothari. This 10-day-old baby in your ICU. I mean, newborn babies getting infected with corona. What's going on?
So we have a wide age group. We have kids, newborn babies coming with COVID positive and who are unwell, who are sick, and also we have had big kids as big as 15 years, 16 years olds coming to us. So there's a wide spectrum and the whole age group. So the one newborn that we have had the grandmother and the mother, like 4 of them in the family were positive. Eventually the child was also started having some fever and some symptoms, was tested and was positive and has worsened over the period of time.
Let me get you in, Dr. Udani. Is this a vertical transmission? Happening via the mother to the baby?
Most likely, this is infection from a family member. Could even be the mother, because a lot of people in that family are affected. It's called horizontal transmission. Vertical transmission, which means directly from the mother to the placenta to the baby, is actually not very well established in COVID. And the thinking currently is that most of it is after birth, when they're exposed to people who are shedding COVID virus on them.
Now, in the first wave, the number of children getting infected was very low. In this wave, in the second wave, why are we seeing more and more children getting affected?
But we used to have about 2 at a time in 2020. Since April, we have had nothing less than 7 to 10 at a time. Like currently, we have almost 13 children, which is something that we never saw before. The other spectrum that we are seeing is that these children are definitely sicker than the ones we saw last year. They have higher fever, they're coming with diarrhea, they have more respiratory symptoms, not just dry cough, but actual pneumonia. Many of them need oxygen. And another strange symptom that is coming up, which of course is reported, it's not unknown, is that a lot of them are coming with a CNS, means brain symptoms. They're coming with drowsiness, seizures, delirium, what we call encephalopathy. So this is a little different from what we saw last time.
There has been some talk of a new strain, a double mutant. Would you say that this double mutant is responsible for the rising number of cases among children?
Currently, we have no scientific data that tells us why this is happening. I also don't know if they have different strains right now, because although the testing is done in a central lab, we don't have access to individual knowledge of strains. So I really wouldn't like to speculate on why this is happening.
Is there a vaccine that has been tested on children and has been found to be effective?
Definitely, vaccination is the way out. There is no real reason to believe that a vaccination that is safe in the adult population would be unsafe in children. Only problem is that trials always start with adults and then go down to kids. But in this situation, we could, even want to fast track these trials or just vaccinate children in maybe 5 years and above or something like that. Like I said, I'm no expert, I cannot give a comment on that, but I think vaccination is the way to go.
Yeah, so there won't be a new vaccine coming up. The vaccines that we are using right now will be tried on kids. They will be studied and make sure that they are safe for the kids, and then they will be approved. So,
what precautions should the parents be taking to ensure the safety of their children?
See, social distancing as far as possible. The kids, I know it is difficult, but they have to restrain them from going outside, going to birthday parties, going to neighbors, going to the playgrounds as much as possible. It is not always possible to constrain them or restrain them in the household, but as far as possible you have to have strict quarantine, strict isolation, and not to go around in the society.
What are the symptoms that parents need to watch out for?
Fever, cough, cold, stuffy nose, diarrhea of more than 4 to 6 loose stools a day. These are the common symptoms. If the child stops eating, a lot of vomiting, abdominal pain, and also a child who's feeling drowsy, not quite himself, these are the warning signs, and they should definitely speak to a doctor, if not go to a doctor. Most children need to stay at home, just take symptomatic medicine like paracetamol for the fever, and maybe a little cough medicine or cough and cold medicine for their symptoms. We also give them warning signs that if any of these symptoms escalate, please do not hesitate to reach an emergency room.